Hello, everyone. Welcome to Got a Problem, Mate podcast.
I'm doing it standing up.
Gap 'em.
I'm doing it standing up.
You can't do it standing up, man.
Yeah,
They said
more energy.
that's a health and safety regulation.
Hello, everybody. I'm sick as a dog.
He wasn't going to do the podcast.
And then they said, Bilal, will you do it on your own? And I was like, let's get a helicopter into the studio.
I said, yeah. I mean, imagine I did it. It would have been like really good. It would have been highbrow.
Smashed the
We would have
ratings.
talked about arts. We would have talked about the theatre. We would have talked about ballet.
Yeah. Instead, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about all the problems. Big ones, the small ones, the round ones, the skinny ones. All the problems with our guest,
Nice hat.
Jack Barry.
Barry.
I'm wearing it 'cause I'm a bit chilly.
I went bowling with Jack Barry.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you weren't there. It was Nick Holmes' birthday party.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't
you were
there. I was
away.
working.
He's quite good at bowling.
Who, Jack Barry?
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
Did some gutter balls, but he gets some good spin on it, you know?
Oh, yeah. He looks like the kind of guy who would spin it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he's our guest today.
Enjoy.
Thanks for all your support.
You go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'll go ahead
think
because
you're
you're
ready.
looking. I'll go ahead because you're looking at your phone. How
Yeah, well, you're
unprofessional,
looking
yeah.
at your laptop.
I'm not. Yeah, but that's that. I've got a laptop, so people don't think I'm just being rude and looking at my phone. It's all prepped, man. It's all prepped like this.
The
Hello,
laptop
everybody.
is the working man's phone.
Shut up! I'm doing the intro. It's all prepped. Hello, everybody. Welcome to. Oh no, I've done that bit. Our guest today is a guy that I've known for a very long time. I'm always very jealous of everything that he pops up in. He always seems busy, but he tells me he's secretly never that busy.
I'm not busy.
But he seems busy. He's
Why
a
do you
very
think I'm
funny.
here?
Yeah, good point. He's a very funny comedian. He was in Feel Good with Mae Martin, doing some acting.
Yeah.
And just an all-round lovely, lovely guy. He's better at football than you think to look at him. It's Jack Barry.
Yeah.
I think he looks like a footballer.
Do you reckon?
I think he looks like he plays for Everton.
I'll take that.
What club would you say Jack plays for?
Does it have to be a Premier League club?
No.
No. But, because I would say...
AZ Alkmaar.
I'd say Luton.
Yeah, okay.
Luton.
Yeah,
But,
Luton, yeah.
but I'd say you're better than that.
Today's guest, everybody, a supporter of the West Ham Football Club. That's in East London.
That's what they say. You don't know nothing about football. I'm on to you.
He did a thing.
Huh?
He did a thing. What was that?
West
It's like
Ham
I've died because I've got
Yeah.
on my
He's got a bit
deathbed.
of
West Ham
cold.
is the same as Wakanda Forever, confusingly.
What's Wakanda Forever?
you know,
Black
Black
Panther.
Panther.
Oh, okay.
They all do that the
No,
whole
I
way
don't know.
through. I was like, this is the best West Ham publicity I've ever seen.
He has done many solo shows at the Edinburgh Fringe and etc. Used to be in the Double Act Twins, is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
didn't mention
Or
that.
used to.
Used
Used
yeah.
to.
Well,
It's very bad what happened.
yeah. It's like Fleetwood Mac.
She's too busy to come on.
She is. She's busier than I am.
Acted in many things. Was the face of some crisps for a while.
Yeah, Chris Boy.
Yeah, that's true.
Chris Boy. Jack Barry, everybody. That was a really good intro from
Two
me.
great intros.
Really good.
Can I have
from
them
me.
both?
I think you can have a draw.
Why? Why are you feeling like that?
Just something different, change it up, innit?
Okay.
Can you edit it so you just play them both on top of each other?
Yeah?
Yeah. that would be perfect.
Or
eh?
splice them so you do a line and then I do a line. Oh, we've never done it like that.
Yeah.
Let's do
Don't
it like
say
that next
you
week.
do a line, I do a line.
not this early in the morning.
Okay, so thanks for coming in.
Thanks,
What would
guys.
you do, Jack? So we had to sit around and chat for a bit because Joey was late. He was doing a line upstairs.
Yeah.
No, I
What
was
would-
doing a bit sicky.
So you know Kays and Elliot. who
Yes.
do a brilliant job.
For those people at home,
Right.
these are the guys that keep the ship moving.
These are the important
team.
guys. These are the guys that Ellen DeGeneres
They're-
bullied. What would you do? What would you do if we were treating them really badly?
What would I do? How
Like,
would I blow
what,
the
like-
whistle?
No, but would you just pretend you haven't noticed?
Elliot,
Yeah.
wanker.
I'm not seeing anything.
You'd gossip about it later.
Yeah, I'd be like those guys. It's bad news.
Yeah.
Treating the staff.
May I say,
Yeah.
right? It is my job on this podcast to carry the burden of being funny sometimes.
Okay.
And I am, so I'm a bit overly mean on purpose on this podcast. And I think people that don't know me do think He's a bit of a cunt, actually.
They're very surprised when they meet him and he's friendly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Really? That's your persona on the podcast,
A
is
bit,
it?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm like the mischievous one.
Oh, I haven't listened to enough of the podcast to
Or
realise
any of
that
it.
this is what you're putting out.
But I want to quickly go back to something. So Jack is better at football than you think, right? And this is the thing that grinds my gears about my co-host Bilal. He claims to love football, right? And he does all this football content.
I can feel there's a lot of tension on
And-
this podcast
and-
already.
But he
Stuff's
doesn't-
coming
he can't-
out.
He can't play. He doesn't play.
I don't really play football.
You can be a fan of the
No,
game
you
and not
can't.
play, though. I'd
Never
say most of
played.
the people who watch football can't play.
You're like
That's
you're
kind
like
of the
someone in the
problem.
TA. You like the army, but you'd never actually go to war.
You're like an army fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got an army
I
scarf.
do like reconstruction stuff.
Yeah, you're painting little models at home.
Yeah, so that's cool.
No, it's not cool.
It's
mate.
cool.
You like Warhammer.
Why don't you get into playing football?
I'm just nervous that I'll be really bad at it now.
I haven't played with you in ages, Joey.
Have you been doing Tuesdays?
Yeah, I went this Tuesday.
I've been doing Sundays.
Are you doing Sunday? Who's Sundays?
It's at Shoreditch Power League, and it's so much closer to my house.
Oh, really?
And I'm 40 now. I can't really get through more than one game a week.
Yeah.
But,
I can't even.
And not to show off, I have been very busy. But after literally today, I'm not very busy at all, so I will be back.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I also was injured. Like from this year, I've only played like 5 games of football because of so many injuries.
I've had a lot of injuries as well. I just like anything, just when you get to your mid-30s, like anything happens and you're like, oh, that takes like 3 weeks to recover.
Yeah, but his injury was a broken heart.
Oh,
He left that out.
that's hard.
I
Yeah.
fell out of love with
You,
football.
you
actually.
ruptured your heart ligament.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fell out of love with the game.
Jack,
It takes a long time to heal.
Yeah.
I've just like, yeah. But even like, have you noticed like when you get older, like everything takes a longer time to heal? It's not just like a ligament injury or like your knee
Including
or something. Like,
hangovers.
hangovers, spots. I realised recently, I
Oh.
got a spot on my face. It was there for like a month,
what about
and
this
it wouldn't
though?
go away.
Would you say embarrassment goes away quicker?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty much impervious to that.
Yeah, so don't
Yeah.
lie.
The thing is, when you reach later life,
Mm,
you know who you are and you know who you're not.
that's beautiful.
Okay, it's time for Vet the Guest.
We have a feature called Vet the Guest, where we check if
okay.
you are appropriate for the podcast,
Oh
because you might not
God.
be.
Okay.
We're 8 minutes in and you haven't even started this yet. This is a dereliction of duty from
Are we
you.
8 minutes in? You're
Yes.
timing it.
Yeah.
So 5 or 6 questions. I have too many, but I'm gonna pick. Please answer honestly.
nervous.
It's like a personality test. It's not. There's no right or wrong, but there is.
Okay. So it's like
See,
Scientology.
when I'm being
Yeah.
mean to people I don't know,
Yeah.
I'll be like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Okay. It's a taster of the meanness
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
might throw. Okay. Good.
But you know me, so
Okay,
it's hard to do
prime
it.
me.
Do you know what I mean?
Question 1: do you like roller coasters?
Oh, I love roller coasters.
Mm.
Yeah.
What's
Have
your
you got a
Big fan.
favourite?
I do like the jigsaw one at Thorpe Park. That's pretty fun.
Is that based on
Is
the
that a
guy
dangly
from
leg
the...
one?
Yeah, the dangly. Yeah, it's based off on the film. And there's like a bit with blades, and then you sort of go down, and then you
shouldn't
sort of
have
go in, so you're sort of like going straight
Straight
down.
into the blades.
But you like hang like upside down for a second, and then you like go towards the blades.
how I get my
It's
hair
pretty
cut.
sick.
Imagine you died doing that though.
If you died doing that, it'd be quite embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you remember? I've never
Someone
actually
had
been
their
to
leg
Alton
chopped off, didn't
Towers.
they?
That girl.
R.I.P. to her
Yeah.
leg.
she didn't die.
To
She
her
didn't
leg.
die, but she was stuck there for like 2 hours with her leg pinned.
That put me
then-
off roller coasters a bit.
Did
Have
it?
you got- have you got
but I
a
feel
favourite?
like that's
No,
the
I
best
don't
time
really
to
like
go.
Can I tell you about my favourite? And there's a story about it as well.
Okay.
Right? I was going out of the scale.
Yeah.
Right? And we'd gone to Thorpe Park. And do you remember Swarm? I don't know if they still
Oh,
have it.
Swarm, great one.
Swarm is probably
yeah.
my favourite one.
Yeah.
Especially after this story, right? So I was at the front.
Did you get laid on Swarm?
So this is like 10 years ago, right?
Okay.
Maybe longer, 10, 12 years ago. You can't get laid on Swarm. They buckle you in too tight. On Swarm,
Yeah.
I was at the very front with my girlfriend.
Okay.
right, and I just started going out with her. And the guys buckled me in.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and they like click it and he goes,
Yeah.
and then he went, were you on Never Mind the Buzzcocks? And then we went around, whoop, and then came back around on my hair. I was like, and he was still there. I was like, yeah.
What a time to get
What a time to get
recognised.
That
recognised.
sounds like an advert.
For what?
They wouldn't say, have you been on Never Mind the Buzzcocks? They'd say, have you tried Thompson's Holidays?
Yeah, that is, let's sell that. Let's sell that for some revenue. And then I went.
Did that make the enjoyment of Swarm even better?
Yeah.
It was just like you were so
But it
gassed
is a
to get
great
recognised.
roller coaster.
Yeah, I know, but imagine the adrenaline of getting recognised and being on a roller coaster at the same
Totally.
time. I can't imagine.
It was
and if you were
mad.
getting laid too,
Yeah.
I think you might have transcended to some kind of nirvana.
Yeah, unfortunately,
like-
I only got two out of the 3.
Yeah, those are the 3 levels of Buddhism.
Also, when I was much younger, I went on Ramesses Revenge. Remember that?
Oh, Chessington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spinny one.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
As of this total nutcase from when I used to be a waiter. He was like, we went on like a day trip out, all of the waiters from this restaurant.
Yeah.
And he was sat next to me and he had a can of Dr. Pepper and they clinked us in. And he went to the person next to him, mind if I drink this? And then just as it pulled away, he opened it. Everyone just got covered in Dr. Pepper and he went, sorry about that at the end.
Was he doing a prank? What the hell
it was a
is
prank.
that? That's like that's terrorism.
Sorry about
That's a terrorist attack. That should have been in the papers. Oh my god.
I've
I went
also
to,
also been banned from Professor Burp's Bubble Works at Chessington.
It's not called that anymore.
It's not even
It's
there, is it?
Gruffalo.
Oh, is it?
No, my nephew and niece went. It's Gruffalo.
Rebrand.
Well, at my school, we all got out and jumped on all the exhibits, so we all got banned from Chessington.
What? They got your picture up somewhere?
Yeah.
But is that a lifetime ban?
I don't know.
Do you think they'll remember now?
Yeah, they will, yeah,
If you
you
ever
That's
go-
the only reason I've grown this hair and moustache.
Yeah.
like,
If you ever
infiltrated.
try and go with like kids, and they'll be like, "Wait a minute," and they've got like AI aging technology, so they know exactly what you look like.
If you went
now.
back there in your school uniform, you'd be arrested.
Yeah.
For different
But
reasons.
yeah, nothing to do with that.
Question 2. What are the best chips?
What are the best chips?
What are the best chips?
Can I just say?
What are the best chips?
I really like
Salute.
Honest Burger's chips. Do you ever go Honest Burger?
I've been there.
They have like crispy. They're kind of crispy, and they got rosemary on them.
The rosemary
Yes,
is good.
actually, I was
I
there
like
recently.
a rosemary
Yeah.
chip. I do like their chips quite a lot. McDonald's chips are obviously
Let me
fucking
tell
great.
you, you would
as
love
well.
you would love Seaford Beach because there's a place that does rosemary chips.
Is
on the
there?
beach. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Seaford?
Seaford, it's near where my girlfriend lives, but also they've got a sauna.
Yeah.
And you can go like a portable sauna thing. You book it, you go in, and then when
You
you
eat
get too hot,
chips
you
in
jump
the
in the
sauna.
sea, and then you get back in the sauna.
Saunas are like big business now, aren't they? I'm not sure how I feel about them. There's some
don't like them?
people have just opened like a hipster sauna opposite my house.
I've heard of these.
It's in like in a train track, you know, like railway arches. They've just done up these arches and they've opened this thing and they've got
Sounds
this
so
like
cool.
Instagram account and they're like, we're opening the first ambient music sauna club in London. And it's really like, it's the most yuppie bullshit I've ever seen, but I do kind of want to go.
See, this is just a horse box by the
keep-
sea.
Huh?
This is just a horse box, and you like.
Yeah, well, exactly.
The one that I'm-
So this is just like in a train railway art. But I've walked past and they like decked it out and it looks like a sort of Japanese living room. You know, it looks cool and they play like vinyl records and fit people go and like do sauna.
Yeah, that's the key, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I do
Is
kind
it?
What? That it's fit
Fit
people.
people.
Yeah, I see a lot of fit people going in there. And that,
Not
I
in
think-
Seaford, you don't.
No, in Peckham. That's kind of changed my. I was like, this is some yuppie bullshit. But then I saw the people going in there. I'm
Well,
like, oh, maybe
you
I
can go
wanna
too far the other way because there's one in Hackney Wick, right?
Yeah,
And it is grim. Like it's like so hippie.
yeah. Rustic
And
sauna.
I got there and it was like the cold plunge was just those like big planter things, those big like transparent.
Yeah,
what they
yeah,
put
yeah,
compost
yeah.
in with like those. And then
They've
I was
just
in the
sort of
queue behind a
scraped
guy,
the compost out.
right? I was in the queue to like get in behind this guy, and the guy on the desk was eating a whole carrot like a fucking hillbilly. Right? And I don't know why that put me off. And then the guy went, "Oh no, I've forgotten my trunks." And the guy on the desk went, "Don't worry, we've got communal swimwear." And then the guy went, "I love that, brother. Thank you so much." I was like, "Oh, get me out of here now."
You love that, brother. You know,
I'm
you
gonna start
can't be
saying that
loving
to you.
communal swimwear.
I love that, brother. Thank you so much.
Please give me that.
What did
give
that-
me those swimmers that have been on some other knobs.
What did that have to do with chips?
The chips, the chips
Yeah,
at
what's good
Seaford
point?
Beach.
Oh yeah.
With rosemary and salt chips.
Okay. Yeah.
Question 3 is Dogman real?
Is Dogman real?
Is Dogman real?
What is Dogman?
Dogman is. Okay.
Is Dogman a film?
No.
I remember watching a film when I was like a
Are
kid.
you thinking of Batman?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Is Goat Girl real?
Is Goat Girl, Goatsy?
Goat Girl.
Do you remember Goatsy?
What's goatsy?
It was like that. It was like one of those pictures when the internet first became a thing when we were at school, and you were like, if you type this into Google, then you'd see like a horrific picture.
What do you have to type?
Goatsy. You don't want to see it. It was like a guy like pulling his asshole open. Do you not remember that?
How are we spelling goatsy with a Y?
It was like no, with S-E. Goat S-E at the end, I think it was.
He's desperate to see.
Yeah,
this.
he's right on that. I'm not even on the Wi-Fi down here.
He's not even done like a. Listen, don't Google it.
It was like that era of 2 Girls, 1 Cup. You'd all go to the library at lunchtime and you'd type in Tub Girl or like.
Tub Girl?
Oh mate, do you not remember Tub Girl? When did you guys grow up?
He's a few years older than us, maybe.
You didn't, mate. Tub Girl. Tub Girl will change your life.
Don't look up any of these, please.
Don't look up. Do yourself a favour.
Especially if you're driving.
So Dogman like that.
Dogman is people in America think that the military created a dogman and released him, and he's been killing people.
Really?
It's a bit like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But it seems to be a strong conspiracy theory.
But he's sort of like he's like a sort of Gen Z Bigfoot.
I guess, but I think it's a man with a dog head.
Wow, like a werewolf.
Maybe.
How are we differentiating that from a werewolf?
Does a werewolf have a human's body? No, he's a big
It's
wolf.
like a jacked human's body, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's like hench. Yeah. I hope he's real. Who's he going to vote for in the election, do you reckon?
Dogman?
Yeah.
I think Trump.
Dogmen
You
get
think
votes.
it's Trump?
Yeah.
It's easier for him to say, isn't it? Trump.
Yeah. That's not how you vote, though.
That's not how you vote.
You have to
It
go
is
into
if
the
you
thing
can't
and
write
say
it.
the name.
Oh no, they like to press. If you've
Trump
seen them on
would get-
Instagram, they like to press buttons, don't they? The
Or
dogs.
don't they like yank a lever? So I
Yeah.
always see that in like The Simpsons. They're like yanking, like
Yeah.
it's like a slot
It's
machine.
like, you know that woman who's like, I've taught my dog to talk, and it's like, bark, woof outside now, and it's like, no, it can't.
Oh,
fucking talk.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
pressing
yeah,
buttons.
Yeah, it's pressing a button.
Time waster.
And it's pressing like it's like bitch.
Yeah, but we saw when it's like, why am I dog?
Oh yeah.
Why? Yeah.
Why am
And
I
everyone
dog?
finds it heartbreaking.
And that's Dogman.
Yeah, that's dog.
Maybe that's Dogman.
Maybe that's Dogman.
That's the
So he is
origin
real.
story of Dogman.
Question, I can't remember which one, but we are on what's if you're a footballer, what would be your goal celebration if you had a signature celebration?
Oh, I feel like maybe like a stoner one. I'd be like, I'd do that.
Be like James Madison, but
Yeah, like.
You'd
yeah.
almost certainly get a free game ban for that.
Do you think I would?
Do you think?
Every time, it'd be worth it every time.
Which would suit you because you get more time to sit at home and get stoned.
Yeah. Be like, this is what I'm gonna do now, and they'd be like, yeah, you are.
And what if you scored a hat trick? Like, what would you have a
A bong.
special version? Yeah, that's good.
I'll upgrade to a great big bomb. Oh yeah. And if I get 4, it's like.
No.
No one ever gets.
That was all very visual for audio
Yeah, if
listeners.
you are,
sorry, there's a camera looking at
if
me.
you are just listening, then it's well worth checking out how beautiful we all
can
are on
see
the
it on
YouTube channel.
YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And when you get there, why don't you just press the subscribe button? Because it really helps us.
It's free.
And it's free, and it takes you like 1 second. You've not got 1 second in your day.
And
Have you?
we're not far off monetizing
Yeah.
YouTube.
And
so-
once we monetize, we're coming around all your houses.
What?
And I'm coming around your house.
Yeah.
I want some of that sweet dollar that you guys are making.
And final question, Jack. Have you ever tried pink cocaine?
I haven't tried pink cocaine. Well, that was the line that you offered me before the show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no. I
Would you
haven't.
be interested?
Yeah. I stopped doing cocaine.
Well, the pink one is good for you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
like
pink grapefruit juice.
it's got like it's good digestive fungus. Is it? It's like a
a good gut biome.
Yeah. It's like a Yakult.
Yeah.
It's like a Yakult.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Bilal, what's the score?
Congratulations, Jack Barry. You scored 3,600 points on Vet the Guest. That's very high. And you can stay on the podcast.
What's the maximum?
Can I just say?
Yeah.
Yeah, what if that's not the max? I mean, can I just say,
Mm.
and obviously there's still some way to go.
That's not
What
the
a-
maximum.
What a great guest.
That's not the maximum,
this
man.
guy has been so far.
I asked him his favourite chips and we ended up talking about jacuzzis or something. I don't know.
I think that was Joey's fault personally.
Well, that
I
affects
think
it.
somebody put pink cocaine in my lemsip this morning.
That wasn't
You swapped
Calpol
it
that he
out.
took
I
for
thought
his
the
cough.
packet had been tampered with, Bilal.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
Thank
joining.
you for asking me to join you.
Right, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Current affairs. What do you think about?
What do you think
Should
about
they-
Chapel Roan?
What do you think about Chapel Roan?
I don't know much about Chapel Roan.
Okay,
I like it's
okay.
everywhere.
What do you make of the whole
They-
Drake?
Is Chapel Roan, are they?
Let's say they.
But
they are everywhere.
I saw the thing that they said about, don't bother them if they're famous, or and people. Then it started a debate about treating famous people. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, but when you were on the crisps and
Yeah.
people recognised you, did you get angry?
Yeah, I got. It was,
Yeah.
it was hard. I had like the paparazzi outside my house. Eat a crisp.
I'm in a
show us a
Mecca.
crisp.
I'm in a Mecca bingo
Show us a
advert at the
crisp.
moment, and I'm in a Mecca. I'm in a Mecca bingo advert at the moment,
And your life
and
has
I'm just
changed.
standing outside the Mecca bingo going, and nobody's noticing me.
But isn't that what you want?
No, that's what I've been asked to do. I've got to just stand
But is
outside.
that what you're doing in the advert? And then
Oh,
you're
you mean
standing
that's-
outside.
you're doing that in real
outside.
life?
Yeah, and no one's noticing.
That's not an advert.
Do Mecca Bingo do adverts?
Yeah,
They have
do
to
now.
advertise.
They don't need to advertise, do they?
Yeah, I know they got it
They don't
sewn
need
up.
to,
There's
yeah.
only there's
Sewn
one
up.
game in town.
And it's
No
bingo.
one's being like, let's go the other bingo.
We're not allowed. I'm actually not contractually obliged to even know who that is.
Yeah, well,
The other bingo.
you're
Is there
contractually
another
obliged
one?
to have it wiped from your memory.
Yeah.
What's the other
Pop.
bingo?
Foxy,
Foxy.
No, that's not IRL.
that's just online, is it? Did they did like a Men in Black?
It's,
like
they've
erase
also
your
called
memory
it. They've
thing?
also got apples. They do apples and bingo.
They do apples and what?
The-
Mecca
the-
Bingo.
No, the other people.
What the hell is he talking about?
What?
Gala.
Oh, Gala Bingo. Yeah. So he does know.
Do you know?
Oh, shit. You're gonna get.
That's just
you're
lost
gonna-
me £14,000.
Is that how
You're gonna
much
get
you got?
wiped. But yeah, do you find you don't get recognised at all from the Mecca Bingo advert?
No, I am dressed as a pharaoh. To be fair,
Okay, well, that's good.
and I've got my top off, which they did not ask for.
But if you ever find yourself in ancient Egypt, you're gonna get recognised straight away.
Straight away.
Wait a minute, it's the pharaoh.
Do you remember the Mummy?
Film.
Returns.
The Mummy Return. Which one was it where it had the Scorpion King in it? Do you remember that?
Mummy Returns with the Rock.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
man.
he was
That
all
was his big
CGI.
break.
What a film. He got
had-
CGI'd at the end, and it did not
It
look
was
good.
really bad
Yeah.
even at the time.
was
Did you
his big
see
break.
that? That was his big break.
Then they made a spin-off, and he just got his own film, just the Scorpion
I
King.
never even saw it.
Oh, great film.
But they just did. I don't know if you've seen it, Beetlejuice 2.
Yeah.
And they made that all without CGI. First film in ages.
Yeah.
And I just think, do that. It's much better. I like it. Like you can tell it's CGI.
Yeah.
I was watching Slow Horses the other day, and a house was on fire. I'm only on that first series. It's like you can tell that's not real. That's so bad. Just set the house on fire.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Yeah, what? Can't you spring for a house? You cheapskates. Come on, set that house on fire. I watched at the weekend, like Naughty's film Blue Crush. Did you ever see that? It's like a film about surfing. Me and my partner just went surfing
Wait,
in Portugal.
who's in it?
It's got like Michelle Rodriguez and Kate Bosworth in it.
Oh no,
And
I
it's
was
about
thinking
like
of the
surf
one-
chicks. My partner's bi and she loves surfing, so she was like, "I want to watch this film about hot surfer chicks," and I was like, "I'm not going to argue," but like it's so funny because it's obviously like the whole film's about surfing, and Kate Bosworth is the main character, and she's like the best surfer, but obviously she can't surf that well. So all the bits where she's like surfing, they have her like paddling out in the water, and then when she jumps up, they've really crudely CGI'd her face onto someone else's body. But it's like the face that they've CGI'd on is like, if you're surfing, you're going to be like concentrating.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to be like,
Oh, what's she doing? Just going,
focus. She's just like that. Like they've
That's
just
how I
taken
surf.
her like they've taken her like a headshot and they've stuck it on. So every time it's like her like carving through this wave, just like
Oh my god!
And
It's
it's
like,
so
have you seen
funny.
The Sopranos?
yeah. What
you
when the mum
remember?
dies?
Do you remember? Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
When they've got the face, they did a really bad
Yeah.
stick in a person's face.
Because she died before the. Yeah. It's like when what's his name died when they were making
Harold Bishop.
Gladiator.
Harold
When
Bishop.
Harold Bishop was
Neighbours.
in Gladiator. When Harold Bishop comes out and goes, "Are you not entertained?" and he's just cut someone's head off. That was a mad Neighbours episode. But yeah, no, Oliver Reed died in the middle of Gladiator, didn't they? And they had to sort of, in the last scene where he's there,
Oh, I
he's
didn't
like,
even know that.
yeah, there's like a really bad CGI bit in Gladiator where they've stuck his face on, like in the last scene where he says goodbye to him, and it's just like, because he died. Yeah. It happens.
But now we don't even have to turn up to do acting because they've got AI now.
They do got AI now.
Yeah, so they don't even need
Do you ever
us.
use ChatGPT?
I've never used it, but lots of people keep saying that they use it. Maybe I should just start
Who's
using
using it? What, for writing gear?
Or just like for like throwing out ideas or like script stuff. My
Yeah.
friend was like saying that they like, when they're writing a script, they'll be like, what's the theme of this idea? And then ChatGPT will give you some options of like, oh, thematically, these things are all linked. And it's like, and then it's usually shit, but you can go through and fix it. It's easier to go through and fix something crap that AI's written than just to like come up with something out of thin air. So like,
Do we need to have ideas anymore?
maybe not.
Would you get one
Well,
of those
have you
Elon
seen this
Musk
thing?
robots?
This is genuinely true. Have you seen that ITV are looking for an AI person like that knows how to harness AI to write ideas for TV shows? So they're not looking for writers
Oh, I
for
saw
TV
that,
shows. They're
yeah.
looking for somebody to manage to manipulate AI so that they don't need any of us to write any TV shows anymore.
Just like an AI prompter kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that's the job now. It's like
Basically,
how to
you know
ask
the
AI
Alan
right
Partridge
questions.
meeting
Yeah.
where it's like, sumo, inner city sumo. And it would just be that.
But that's what. But AI will be doing that instead.
But ITV comes up with some bad ideas.
I know. Even the humans that they're paying to do it are not
Yeah.
doing a good job. Yeah. So maybe ChatGPT will save ITV.
Oh my god, I don't know. How do you feel about all of this? Positive.
Just do my own thing.
It's a good time to be a robot.
It's
Maybe we should all think about just being robots.
it's a good time to ditch the mainstream and just let us be your main source of entertainment on this podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
Would you get an Elon Musk robot?
No.
They could be bartenders.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't
quite
want
like-
to give that man any money.
but you
I
could
think he's an
work-
absolute waste man.
But you could have, if you had one of these robots, would you have an affair with it?
Would I have an affair with my
Whoa.
robot? I'd find it
This one
impossible
would.
not to. Yeah, I think I probably would.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager.
I already am Henry the Hoover.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say. when you first discovered wanking and you would sort of like anything, any goal was a hole. Any hole was a
Any
goal.
hole.
Do you know what I mean? Like around the house. I once had sex with my mattress when I was a teenager. I was just like, so I think a robot is gonna be way too tempting.
Okay, let's get this guy out of here.
I think that pink cocaine's starting to kick in.
So, I want to move on to some problems.
Yeah.
That's what the podcast is about,
Oh yeah.
after all.
Yeah, go on.
We're
It's like
about,
you-
I'm
right.
about solutions personally.
Well, I'm glad that we've got you because we've got problems.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna attack
Coming
my
out.
character now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
okay.
going to take your
Yes,
character.
you are. I can tell.
No, well, only because, right? Remember whose podcast this is? Well, it's mine, but it's ours, right? Yeah. So when I say it's time to do the problems bit, don't go to the listeners and the viewers. Right, like it's the bit of the podcast that you fucking hate doing. It's like the main bit of the podcast. Show some enthusiasm. I've got off my deathbed this morning for this. I'm like, it's like I'm playing with a knock. Yeah, I'm not even at my
do you
best. You know, like when a footballer just struggles through, and you think,
Oh right.
I've been a bit
What's your
erratic, that's all
injury?
right.
You
Well,
take
my
it.
cough.
You got an injection in your knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or for people that don't like football, like girls, it's like when you have to cook your husband's dinner when you're not feeling very well. That sort of thing.
I
You know
don't
what mean?
condone that.
I obviously don't either.
I want to
He
do a
doesn't
podcast for
mean
girls
it.
who love football.
He doesn't mean it.
I don't mean it. But I'm just saying, this is not telling people that they're going to enjoy the next segment of the show. This face
Well,
here.
let's see.
Okay. Do you
I'm
want?
glad you don't bully these guys. It's just Bilal, really. This is the Ellen DeGeneres on camera.
Yeah.
Did you see her special?
No.
It's really good.
Is it? I heard it was
No,
bad.
it's not.
Oh,
It's
okay.
bad.
Sorry.
Sorry, go on.
Okay. Jack, I'll let you pick. Do you want a listener's problem? Do you want? Have you got one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or do you want mine or Bilal's?
Or a
To kick us
listener.
off. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
Bilal's.
Yes.
Bilal's. All right.
Yes.
What you got?
See, I'm the main character.
Yeah, you could be the main character. especially-
I was talking to Jack about this before we started, actually, and I told
That's
you
unprofessional.
I'm having a bit of a crisis. I am going to be doing a job. I'm going to be a
Sorry, what?
special needs teaching assistant
Well, I can't take the piss out of that.
No, you can't. But I was right. Firstly, I'm having an issue of I feel kind of bad, like I failed in comedy a bit.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
That was an open goal.
I'll still be doing gigs and stuff, but I was worried about this podcast. But I spoke to these guys, and we can record on a weekend,
Oh, right.
so it's all right.
Yeah, do you think guests are coming in here on a Saturday?
Sometimes,
Okay.
but also I'll have half term and all of that.
So that's the
Great, you
solution.
completely fucked the podcast.
So that's the problem and the solution all rolled up into one.
No, but I've just been having I'm feeling very bad about myself with that. That is my problem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. And I will weigh in on this, but first, let's let our guest have a go at it.
This is quite serious.
Yeah,
I don't
it
think you
is.
should feel bad. I was saying to Bilal beforehand, I think a lot of like the industry's changed. There's no money. There's no money in entertainment or anything anymore. Everything's got like everyone's getting paid less. There's more competition. Robots are stealing all our job.
Yeah.
Chapel Roan. Like
Dogman.
Yeah, Dogman's out here. You gotta I think you just
Goes.
we've all gotta
No,
diversify. We've all
Don't
gotta
say
get more
that.
jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually quitting comedy to be a dogman.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm getting
gonna be
I'm getting
Dogman?
the injections tomorrow, and I'm gonna,
Dogman of the UK.
Yeah. Like there's I'm franchising. Yeah, I'm gonna be the UK franchise of
good.
Dogman. I know.
Have you got your
I'm not making
costume?
enough money from stand up.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, can I say, right? And I said this on another podcast that I was on as a guest recently.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa.
I went on Rich Wilson's Insane
No.
Membrane podcast
It's
to
like you're
promote my
telling-
measly tour. Yeah.
It's like you're admitting to an affair right in front
Which,
of me.
by the way, anybody that's even slightly enjoying this, in November, on the 14th of November, I'm doing my show in Manchester at Grub. That's a real place. And on the 29th of November, is it 29th or 27th?
We
Doesn't
don't
matter.
know.
I can tell you. I am doing Bristol at the Bristol Comedy Club. So if anyone wants to come see my tour show, it's the 27th. They're the two that I'm doing this month, and I'd love to see you. Anyway, but my point is, I was on this
Shameless.
podcast, and I was saying, right, that basically the fees haven't really gone up in the whole time I've been doing comedy.
No.
Right.
And in fact, they've gone down, I'd say.
Yeah. So
yeah.
it is really tough.
We're like
And-
nurses.
Yeah. And especially and I don't know how you do it, you don't drive.
No.
It's so expensive to get anywhere if you don't have a car.
Yeah, it is now. It's gotten worse though.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's more expensive. There's more comedians, so there's less gigs. You're getting paid less. There's less like other stuff. There's no TV getting made
no
anymore.
TV.
There's no
I've been
TV
trying.
jobs.
I've tried so many things. I've tried
Like-
getting a voiceover agent, tried going for adverts and stuff. Nothing's been coming off.
No,
And it's been like a
everything's
year.
crap. You gotta have 50,000 followers on social media to do anything now.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone's got one job. You know how like people used to say everyone in the world's got the same job and it's emails. Now everyone's
Who
got the
said
same
that?
job. I don't know. It was like
That
a
was
tweet.
Dogman.
Dogman, right, sorry.
Now everyone's got the same job and it's Instagram.
Yeah.
It's Reels. Everyone is a brand. Like anything, no matter what you do, if you work in like fashion or you're like a comedian or even if you're like an accountant or something, like everyone's got their own brand and you've
I
got
can't
to
wait
like
to
brand
follow
yourself.
that accountant's account.
Yeah,
All
man,
right,
you
help
gotta
me
get
come
on
up
it.
with a reel. Let's
Yeah.
workshop this.
Hang on. But
Guys, you've been drinking coffee all wrong. And then what? Do you know what I mean?
I've already done that reel.
You've done that one.
No, I did it.
Have you got any ideas?
I did a reel
Real.
where I was like, don't waste time pouring the milk into your coffee. Put the milk in the plunger with the coffee and the hot water.
Oh, that's awful.
Sorry.
And did it go viral?
No, of course I didn't.
Have you got any viral ideas?
No, this is my problem. No viral ideas. I had one about I want to do one where I'm like playing an avocado, and it's like ready to eat avocado. You know when you buy a ready to eat avocado in the supermarket and it's never ready. So I want to be like I'm the avocado. And my mate is like, "You ready to go out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready," but I'm just like chilling on the sofa in my pants. And he's
Google
like,
that,
"Aren't you
check-
ready to
check
go?"
if that's been done.
And I'm the ready to go. I'm the ready to eat avocado, but they're never ready. And then it's like in the
Wait,
end,
you
I'm
can
like,
get the costume for $19.99 from Body Socks UK.
The thing
Well,
is,
I've got to get a whole
delivery.
costume.
that's an investment, but think about the growth you could,
But then all these people, they're playing their mum or their wife, and they just put a tea towel on their head.
Yeah.
So like,
What would you do? Just hold a big rock?
just get like a green tea towel. Get a green tea towel and put that on my chest.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, I'll be ready in a minute. And then they're like, oh, but you've gone all brown and mushy.
I can
I'm
see.
like,
I can see
sorry.
why the double act stopped.
You can eat me now.
No, right?
This is exactly what it was like me being in a double act. Me pitching ideas to blankness.
You two could start a double act.
All right.
Yeah.
That'd be
What do
good.
you want to be called?
Avocado and Sons.
Okay. Do you want to do the Fringe next year?
Yeah.
Alright,
I
what-
got money to burn.
What room?
We'll do
Pleasance,
it,
big one.
but the big one, the grand. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. And we'll burn it down at the end.
Do you wanna
no
direct
CGI.
it?
I'll direct it
Okay.
for a very small fee.
All right. Give us notes
Mm.
now.
Oh,
We'll pay you in pink cocaine.
I think you two need to do some more work. That would be my
Mm.
first note.
Oh.
Are you going to do the coffee sketch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Here's an
Open
actual
with that.
question. Were you doing stand up before you did the double act?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I
they're very
started doing
different.
stand up when I was at uni.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Uni, but I was doing sketch comedy at the same time,
Mm.
and then I sort of started doing stand up, and then we started doing the double act like after a couple of years of me doing stand up, and then we did that for a few
And,
years.
and I've never
Yeah.
asked this. Who like either then or now is like your favourite comic?
Who's my favourite comic?
Yeah, or like especially then. Like what made you like who like inspired you to get into comedy?
Into comedy. I mean, they've all been cancelled now.
Okay. Cool.
All the ones I used to like.
Bobby Davro.
Yeah.
P. Diddy.
Jimmy Savile. He's the reason I got into it. Yeah, Louis C.K. He was like my favourite.
It's all right to say
Yeah.
you liked him.
I did like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't really watch him anymore. Feels a bit weird, but like, yeah. He was
Quite
he was
bitter
my
now, I
fave.
think. I did
He
get a hold
is.
of his late. I don't know if it's the latest
Got
one.
hold of it.
He did a show.
Come here, you piece of shit.
he did a show post sort of cancellation, and it was a bit.
Well, it would be,
He
I
was
suppose.
he was a bit grumpy.
Yeah.
He wasn't fun like he used to be, I'd say.
You're not going to be fun loving if you've been cancelled, I guess, are you?
No, well, this one's been
Yeah.
cancelled many times.
Yeah.
and it's still
Really?
Every
going.
night.
Did it make you grumpy?
Yeah. But back to the original problem, right?
Yeah.
What you got to remember is you're quite a bit younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was your age, I had to get a real job. And look at me now. Is that helpful?
You need another job, though.
No, I'm doing all right.
No, everyone's been saying.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
that leads me nicely onto.
What did you do
Huh?
when you were? I just turned 33.
I did some corporate presenting work.
That's not a job.
Yes, it was a job.
Oh,
It was the only thing I was doing. I wasn't really doing gigs for about 4 years. I probably.
It's not like being a builder, though, is it?
No, but I used to do that as well because my old man's an electrician, so I used to work for him.
Yeah. What did he think of you about you being a corporate presenter?
I think he was
In
just
the
glad I was no
family biz.
longer an electrician because I was absolutely used to say.
Really? He keeps
Yeah.
on electrocuting people.
No, I just kept on forgetting to pass him tools.
Keep them burning down
You're like, what are you
houses.
doing? I'm like, not paying attention, sorry.
Do you miss doing sketch stuff? I assume you don't do it much now.
Yeah, sometimes I do. Like, yeah. It's quite nice, like having someone else to go do a gig with. You know, like sometimes when you're a bit nervous before a gig, it's nice like having someone to like share that with. And also, if
never done
if a
that.
gig goes badly, you come off and you're like, you got someone to commiserate with. But yeah, I do. It's a bit lonely being a stand-up sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just so,
Do you drive?
Yeah. I drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the worst.
How
I
fast
think.
do you drive?
Too
Oh.
fast.
Yeah.
I've done lots of speed awareness courses. I've done 4.
Oh,
I
that is a
found
lot.
a loophole. I managed to do 3 in 1 year.
How?
Yeah.
You need to tell me about that because
I did.
I'm on 6 points.
Really?
Mhm,
Nah, never got any points. But I'm doing a lot of the speed awareness
Right,
courses.
tell me about that.
I do quite
off
like
air.
driving back after a gig. It's my therapy sometimes.
Yeah.
If I'm driving back after a gig and I didn't really enjoy it, I'll crank like a song that I used to really like when I was a teenager, and I'll just scream it until I start crying in the car. It's very cathartic. That's how I let my emotions out.
This is
just
turning
driving
into a
down the
really bleak
motorway.
episode.
It's absolute chaos today. I think it's all over the place. I like it.
But this isn't. There's synergy to this because our listeners' problem is linked to yours,
Oh.
and it also spawns a very interesting question that I've written off the back of it.
Oh.
Okay, so here's a problem followed by Joey's question. This is from Simon. He says, guys, I really hate my job and can't find another one. It's making me quite sad as I don't connect with any of my co-workers. The only joy I get is listening to this podcast and another one who might be your rival, so I won't mention who it is. Can you help me? I've been doing boring data entry jobs, but I want to do something more creative. I feel like I'm really stuck in a rut. How can I make my current job more fun?
Pink cocaine.
No, okay, case closed.
Yeah.
Well, you can always make stuff outside of the job. Maybe starting a YouTube channel is a good idea.
Erotic fan fiction.
I think everyone's got to have a YouTube channel now. I think
Everyone
that's
what?
the one.
You think
That's the only way
that's
to
the
feel
one.
fulfilled.
Everyone's got to get, hey, have you heard of this thing? X?
No, not X.
Have you heard of this
Because
X?
you can make anything. You can do any little chatting to the camera video about
Yeah,
whatever.
but no one's going to watch it.
They might.
Simon, no one's going to watch a pathetic
Yeah,
little
but
video.
does Simon want to be famous or want to be creative?
Just paint. Get some paint.
Paint.
Yeah, paint.
Or
Origami.
or on your way home from work, put on your favourite song from a teenager and scream it until you start crying.
Scream it until you start crying.
No, not
Yeah,
from
yeah,
a
yeah.
teenager.
But only if you drive, really. It's a bit weird if you
Favourite
get in the
Justin
tube
Bieber
home.
song.
Yeah, sorry.
If you're commuting on the tube,
Yeah.
people look at you weirdly when you're doing that.
But I feel like some people are doing. You see people sometimes inside there like doing that. Like you
What?
see it in their eyes.
Yeah, what? They're like,
Pretending they're in a
yeah.
video.
they're going
yeah.
through
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, it is funny when you see people going. Have you ever like cried on the tube? I was reading a really sad book on the tube once, and I started crying, and it was like, but I wanted to finish the book, but I'm
You
like,
stayed on another couple of stops.
yeah, and you're just there, and you're like, I'm crying, but I'm not going to get off and go and like read it in a corner somewhere. I'm just going to have to feel these emotions right now on the Bakerloo line. and I was getting some looks. But listen, Captain Corelli's Mandolin is a very sad book.
How were you near the end when it got sad?
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, it's kicking off, and
But
there's
I'll don't read
emotions
the
coming
end.
out.
I don't think you can handle
I
it.
can't read the ending.
No.
What if it's sad?
If it's
Um,
sad.
Yeah.
I've got a genuine question. This is nothing
Yeah.
to do with the podcast, and then my actual questions come in. Why do people wear these stickers on the hats? Can you explain it to me? Because you're doing it.
My
here.
brother-in-law got me this hat
Yeah.
for my birthday.
But what's the stickers about?
And I see that people do have the stickers on, so I left it on. But then if you wash it, I guess you take it off.
If you take the sticker off, it leaves like a sticky patch though, and it looks terrible.
Yeah.
It looks better with the sticker on.
I don't really mind. I see people with the sticker on, so I just assume that.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to leave the sticker on.
Such
Yeah.
cheap. Anyway, that's.
But then, yeah, if you pop it in the wash,
What happened to people leaving the labels on their hats?
which label?
Do you remember when people used to have like their labels on like the proper like the price tag?
Really?
Do you not remember when that
Oh.
was like a thing? People would like
No.
leave the price tag on.
Oh god, I
No.
saw a lady in the
I didn't
park with the
dream
price
that.
tag the other day, and I told her your label's out.
And
But I
she-
didn't say you've left the price tag on,
But
in case
was
she was
she-
embarrassed. But
Was she a gangster rapper? Was she doing it?
she was
for-
about
for
50
cred?
in a cardigan.
So yes.
Apparently, people leave them on. It's a visible sign of saying it's the real thing.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's the real thing.
It's the real thing. Anyway,
Mm.
my question about that problem that got sent in was:
Yes.
if you had to retrain, and maybe you've already answered this for yourself, but
Yeah.
in a fantasy world, if you had to quit comedy today, if we had to stop doing this podcast for you people at home, what would you retrain as?
To be honest, I think I'd just out of laziness, it'd be cool to do a thing where you can sit at home and do it, right?
Mm.
But I've always thought teaching is good.
Yeah,
But otherwise, what would you do?
I'd like to open up like a cafe, like a diner.
But that's really hard work.
Yeah, but I like hard work.
Do you?
So you need a lot of money.
Yeah.
You need like capital.
Yeah, but you just get a business loan.
Oh. Okay.
And then Gordon Ramsay will come and fix it if it goes wrong.
He'll come and
Do
yell
you still
at
do
you.
that?
I don't think he does.
And then for
He'll do
the
it for
first
you.
half, I would be like, I hate him. And then I'll be like, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, you've done such a good
This
job.
is the way I've always done things.
And then as soon as the break has finished, I'll be like, you were right.
Do you know what, Gordon? You got a point.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
But you can't do that too early in the show where it ruins it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 6 months later,
Fee
it's
comes
a
in
mess
and goes,
again.
you should change this, and you're like, okay.
Well, you know, most of the places close, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Really?
meatloaf. I didn't think of that. Just say that. That's-
You're gonna be meatloaf.
no, that's that. He always
Oh.
puts meatloaf
Yeah,
on
when
the
they
menu.
do a
Oh,
new
okay.
menu.
Yeah.
I'd like to retrain as meatloaf.
What would you retrain as?
Yeah.
What do you
meatloaf.
retrain as?
Roller coaster operator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get to go on them though, do you?
Well, just being around them.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, just the vibe.
My wife's retraining in coding, right? and
It's codeine.
in codeine. And
She's gonna be one of them docs in America that
I don't know.
What?
prescribing pills, the dodgy
Yeah.
doctor.
But I think that's probably quite a solid thing. It's
Yeah.
kind of boring to me. I can't imagine.
Coding, yeah, it
Yeah.
does. But it's like
she loves
everything's
it.
coding, isn't
Yeah.
it? And it's like you're surefire got a job now, haven't
But-
you? If you're coding,
But you did Twitch. You spent a lot of time indoors. Get out there. Retrain as like the guy
What?
that looks after like a park or something.
I think I'd like to be an Uber driver.
Oh,
You can do that.
I think but my car's a bit
No
shit.
speeding.
My car's quite dirty, and I do too much speeding. But like, yeah. And then, like the customers will be like, 1 star, why is he crying? He's
Well,
singing
you
so
can
loud.
you can work as much as you want, right? If you do Uber. But what do you earn? Do you have any
I think
idea?
I think it's peanuts is the problem. Yeah,
What is
I think
it?
They're getting
Is it like
abused,
minimum-
could you
aren't
do it
they?
on the way to a gig and then on the way back? If you just take one really far job.
Just like charge.
Who
the
wants to
other
go any-
comedian-
who's
who else
going
is
to
on the bill?
Hempstead?
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
car
I'll give you.
share.
Yeah, all right. I'll give you a lift, Joey Page, to this gig, but it's gonna cost you.
That's what we do anyway.
That's what we. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
I
But,
feel like you
yeah.
used to do car shares much more, but now I just.
I know
I'm
it's
away.
not really a thing as much
No.
anymore, is it? I'm taking someone to a gig on tomorrow.
Where you going?
I'm going to Cambridge tomorrow.
Who are you taking?
Reece James,
Oh yeah.
the footballer, plays for Chelsea.
He's gonna have a great time.
Yeah. He's good. But he's yeah. He texted me the other day. He was like, "You're doing this gig in Cambridge. Can I have a lift?" And I was like, "Oh, old school. Haven't done that for a while."
Do you want to drop me off in Cheam on the way? I've got to go to Cheam tomorrow.
Where's Cheam?
I don't
Essex.
know. No, I think it's in. Sorry.
Oh no, it's the opposite direction.
I want to
Sorry.
go to Vapiano. Is that a
But
restaurant?
the restaurant
Yeah,
in Cambridge.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll
I
take you there.
don't know if it's just in Cambridge, is it?
I want to go to the.
But you want to go to the
Cambridge
If you want to go to the
Yeah.
Cambridge one, I can sort you out. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
rubbish.
I'm gonna be going Cambridge.
I tried really hard to think of a restaurant. It's rubbish. Vapiano.
Is
Have you
it?
been
Is it?
there?
What about
I've
Ask
never been.
Italian?
It's rubbish.
People love it, don't they?
What? It's not that good. I don't know.
Really?
What about Ask?
What's Ask?
Italian.
Is that Jamie's Italian?
Let's just ask.
Is that not Jamie Oliver's?
No, I think
This
it's
is
separate.
Ask.
It's a separate entity. Didn't
What's-
Jamie's
is it
Italian
called
close
Ask?
Yeah,
down?
I suppose.
Oh.
It died.
What's
Yeah.
Ask?
It's just an Italian restaurant.
Have you
called
been?
Ask. No.
Imagine if Jamie Oliver got Gordon Ramsay in to come and fix Jamie's Italian. That would be
Oh,
a
that
good
would be
crossover.
That'd be a real.
Pitch that to ITV.
Yeah.
Jack, what's your problem?
All right. I thought we were having a good time.
Now it's time to get quite bleak on the
Whoa,
podcast.
whoa, whoa. Do you know what my problem is actually? I hate booking ahead for stuff. I feel like everything now you have to book in advance.
Oh, like what?
I feel like it's got worse.
I feel like it's going the other way, but tell me
I
about
feel
it.
like since the pandemic, you remember in the pandemic when like there was only like 5 tables open in the pub and you had to book like 2 weeks in advance. And I feel like that didn't go away. I feel like if you go to a pub now, every single table is like booked up. And I hate it. It's pissing me off. People keep telling me, like, my therapist keeps telling me, you got to live in the moment.
Yeah.
You got to live in the moment. You got to enjoy the moment. But it's impossible to live in the moment because you got to book every moment 3 weeks in advance. If you like, I go to the pub expecting to live in this moment, and some bitch called Jennifer has booked the moment out from underneath me. And I'm like, you've taken my moment, Jennifer. Like, you can only live in the moment as long as you carefully curated the moment 3 weeks in advance. And I hate it.
Now,
And
I'd
it's
hate to
pissing
make
me
this
off.
worse, but
Yeah.
that's very funny. Have you thought about doing that on stage, which takes it even further out of the moment because
Yeah.
you've planned that in advance as well?
I have
But
got,
but that would be a good bit. You should do that on stage.
well, maybe I will. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I hate it.
Can I just say,
feel
I
like
think I know
everything's
how
got
to
a
solve
book.
this for you almost
Okay.
instantly.
Yeah,
I think you, not just you,
yeah.
but people of your ilk, me as
Yeah.
well, right? We're going to the wrong pubs.
I just feel like spontaneity is dead.
We're going to the wrong pubs.
What pubs should we be going
We should
to?
be going to the really like scary pubs because you can't book a table in there. The drinks are cheaper.
Yeah.
Like, but
Is
we
that
want to
what
go
it
and
is?
stand with all the hipsters drinking like a £7
I'm
pale
going
ale.
to 2
We need to
yuppie
go,
pubs.
like, you need to go to the Salmon and Ball on the corner of Bethnal Green Station, where all the wrong ones are, and it's about £4 a pint for a
And they all
proper,
turn around
honest
and look at you when you go
Foster's.
in.
Yeah, I wouldn't be allowed to have long hair in there. I'd have to almost instantly get a haircut. But do you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
I wonder if we're just going to the wrong places.
Maybe that's it. But I feel like it's everything.
Do you have to book at Pizza Express?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think spontaneity. Me and my wife will be like, we'll walk around. Oh, let's do that.
Do you reckon? I just feel like it's
not-
so hard to be
You're
spontaneous.
going to the most
Well,
fancy places, aren't you?
Maybe. I've never been to Glastonbury. Because you have to book that miles.
No,
in
neither
advance.
have I. But what's that got to do with it?
Yeah,
Because
but
you
What are you
can't,
talking about?
You're like, if you want to go to Glastonbury, you got to register a year in advance, and then when the tickets come out, you got to have like a syndicate of 12 people, and you got to have like a spreadsheet, and you book it, and then if you book for 6 people, then that goes to the next. And I'm like,
well, I'm not
this
even
sounds like
joking.
it's
Some
full of
people are
fucking
using
nerds.
AI to book their Glastonbury tickets now because it's faster than the human to like get.
Well, there you go. Now I'm completely lost.
But why don't you just get booked for Glastonbury? You got to do stand up twice while you're there.
Yeah, well, I hate working.
No, well, then-
Who does the bookings?
Oh, or you
It's
could
probably-
do
it's
what
probably-
my mate did at an Australian festival.
Yeah,
He got a bin and a high vis.
yeah.
And his mate hid in the bin with like a bag of rubbish on top, and he just wheeled his mate in with
That's
the bin. Yeah,
genius.
and then you're in.
Yeah, like sneaking in.
But that does take also some planning. You have to get the bin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't
Also-
spontaneously
Get a
just
bit-
be
The
in a
Problem
bin.
is, you take your eye off the bin, and then you get back to the bin, and then when you get to the thing to see, like, oh, Linkin Park, you lift it up,
Linkin Park.
You lift
What
it
a
up,
reference.
and it's rubbish because you
Oh, you
left
flipped-
your mate,
you
and
picked
your
up the wrong
mate's in a
bin.
truck getting crushed.
Oh, that's
So you
tough.
can't do that.
Yeah. Your
He
mate's
died. He died.
landfill.
Remember? He died. It was on the news.
The guy from Linkin Park.
No, he's mate.
So that's my problem. I've got another problem.
Yeah, go on.
I've got squirrels in my loft.
Oh,
That's all right.
no, it's not.
No, they chew stuff up apparently, and they
Squirrels.
Yeah, and they pissed all over the
Wiring.
and the insulation, and it
Oh.
stinks.
How often you going in your loft?
Well, not very often now because it stinks. don't
I
wanna-
didn't
don't
know
wanna go somewhere that
squirrels get.
stinks.
I didn't know they
Is it
get
your
into
gaff?
houses.
Yeah,
Oh, you've got a problem then.
yeah,
You
they're
gotta
in
get that
there.
sorted.
Yeah.
I didn't think
Otherwise,
they.
I'd say just get the landlord. Get the landlord.
Oh, I
round.
know, I'm the landlord.
You're the landlord.
Yeah. I know. So
Well, then you can do what you want. You
No,
can,
no, but that's still. I've got
Huh?
pigeons.
Have you got a
it's been going
shotgun?
For years.
Have I got a shotgun?
You're a farmer.
Yeah.
Oh, I know how to deal with this as well.
Yeah?
Go up there
Yeah.
with your laptop and open up a picture of Goatsy. That'll be good.
Scare them away. Just show them 2 girls one
Any
cup.
excuse to look up goatsy, innit?
They're, they're terrorists.
Wait,
these squirrels.
I
They're in my
didn't.
garden as well. They
Okay.
dig up
He's got a
every
garden.
single. They dig up like all the if you've got a pot plant outside,
Do
they
they?
dig them up. Yeah, and then in the summer I left like the window open because it was hot. They came in the living room and they dug up all the plants I got in my living room.
That's funny though, isn't it?
They're little assholes. They got
I-
no respect for
I-
boundaries.
I
these
think you got
squirrels.
to get a status dog.
Dog
a really
man.
aggressive dog.
Dog man.
Oh, Dogman. Well, definitely having a pet helps.
Yeah, do you think?
Yeah, because I've got a cat and nothing living would even.
So I don't have a cat. My cat
Dear.
died,
I'm
and he
sorry.
wouldn't have been able to do anything because he was really sick. My cat.
Yeah.
He had like arthritis and diabetes.
Get a
and
little
AIDS.
kitten.
And
What,
but
sorry.
so I've got like my cat had AIDS. He had everything, but
Don't
and so
laugh
he,
at that,
he
Bilal.
wasn't. he
No,
wasn't
I just.
killing
How
her.
did you
laugh at that.
know?
How
did,
dare you laugh at that?
How did you
How
know?
dare you laugh at
I
that,
just-
Bilal?
I don't know how he got the cat diagnosed.
Even I
We
wouldn't make fun
adopted
of
him
that.
with AIDS.
Oh.
Yeah. The RSPCA come round.
Yeah,
It was-
RSPCA AIDS.
And and I was living in a flat, and they were like, "You need an indoor cat," and I was like, "What's an indoor cat?" And they were like, "We'll send you some options." And they just
The
all had AIDS.
RSPCA came over first.
Yeah.
And said you need a cat.
Well, no. I wanted a cat, and they were like, "We've got to check your flat, make sure it's okay for a cat."
Right.
And they were like, "You live on the 3rd floor, so you need an indoor cat." And I was like, "What's an indoor cat?" And they were like, "We'll send you some options."
It's got AIDS.
And they all had
Wait.
AIDS.
Wait, the RSPCA owe you. So here's what you do.
Yeah.
You go, I've got red squirrels in my loft. Then they come around
Not
and
red
take care of it.
squirrel,
I
grey
know,
squirrels.
but you don't tell
It's
them
a
that
trick.
because red squirrels are endangered. And then
and
they'll
they'll
come
care.
around and then they'll be like, oh, well, we might as well take them anyway.
We'll take the squirrels.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not like hanging out there. Like they come in. Like they're not just you go up and they're all like having.
Do you want me
tea
and my
or
dad to
something.
come around and have a look at your roof?
Yeah, could you?
Yeah.
Did your cat have to be put down?
He did. Yeah.
Did you keep the ashes?
No, I
little
buried
paw on a
him in the
necklace.
garden.
You buried the cat.
Well, yeah, like
Okay.
when you put your cat down, they give you like a menu. As soon as he's died, they're like, "What do you want to do now?"
Casserole.
Yeah, And they're like, that's some delicious ravioli. No, they're like, you can cremate the cat and you keep the ashes. But
Yeah.
It's like 400 quid.
Okay, so my old cat, my family cat, she had to be put down sadly at the start of lockdown. They said, do you want to keep the ashes? I said, no. They said, okay, well, what we do is we scatter all the cat's ashes in Cambridge
In Cambridge.
At the Vapiano.
at the Vapiano. No,
Is that why you gotta go
seriously.
back?
Genuinely, she said we scatter the cat's ashes in Cambridge.
Why Cambridge?
Um,
Is that why everyone there's so clever?
If you've been affected by any of the issues in today's podcast,
What can they do?
Yeah, what?
just get
You
in touch
can
and
subscribe to our YouTube.
Get in a car.
You can give us a
put on
5-star on
something when you're a
Apple.
teenager.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment.
What crisps were you on then?
McCoy's.
McCoy's.
Gala bingo.
Gala bingo. So, we're going to round off the show with a guest to impress.
Okay.
Okay?
As you prepare guests to impress,
Yeah.
do you have anything you wanted to promote?
No. Follow me on social media.
He's doing some great avocado videos.
Yeah. There's an avocado video coming any day now.
you know
I
what?
am Jack Barry. I am Jack Barry. 2 first names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad told me never to trust somebody with 2 first names. Have you heard that before?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's me.
Have
But
you
I
got a
don't
middle
trust
name?
myself. I have got a middle
What's your
name.
middle name?
It's really stupid.
What is it?
Sledmere.
What?
What?
It's my mum's maiden name. My mum's got a brother, but he hasn't really got any kids. So she was like, the name's going to die out. It's like a Yorkshire surname.
Jack Sledmere sounds
So-
like he plays for Sunderland.
Yeah.
I think you should do a character on your
Yeah.
social media just called Sledmere. I don't know what he does.
Sledmere.
He's a killer.
So guest to impress today.
Guess to impress, guys.
It's where I do a bespoke feature for our guest.
Yeah.
This one is called Jack Barry Cash and Carry.
Okay.
So I am on the Costco website. Are you familiar with Costco? It's where you
I've
buy in
heard
bulk.
of it. Yeah.
Okay. This is a little higher or lower quiz. I'm going to give you an item bought in bulk. I'm going to tell you how much it is, and then you're going to tell me if the next item on the list is higher or lower.
Okay.
We're going to start with 8. It's not great. It's not great quantity, is it? 8
It's not
ready
bulk.
to drink vanilla Huels. They are $21.99. Okay,
Okay.
to buy in bulk.
So you're giving me the prize.
I'm giving you that.
Okay.
Now I'm going to give you another item, and you're going to have to tell me higher or lower.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
we're going
Well,
into
how
that.
big are these vanilla Huels?
You know, they're the ones you
500
get in.
mil.
500
The ones you
mil.
see, right?
Okay.
I think they're all the
Okay.
same.
120 1 kilogram tins of tuna.
120 tins. That's loads.
Yeah, 1 kilogram.
For 8.
It's a pallet deal. No, 120
versus 8
Yeah,
Huels.
so higher or lower?
I bet it's lower. I bet that's some cheap ass tuna.
No, it's much higher.
Is it really?
Yeah, £999
£999
for 120 tins of 1 kilogram tuna.
The tins are 1 kilogram.
Yeah, I did say that.
Sorry, I didn't.
Oh, okay,
that's,
yeah, fuck. Okay.
that's so
That's
much
like a barrel
tuna.
of tuna.
Oh my god.
It's a pallet. It's called the pallet deal.
Who's that for?
I don't know.
Guess Vapiano needs it for the
Yeah, that's like real, like,
big business.
two ends of a spectrum, isn't it?
How
The
much
guys who are
is,
getting some
uh,
Huel and the guys who are getting...
So, all right, we're going to start again.
How much is
No.
olive oil? Olive oil's expensive
Okay.
these days, isn't it?
Very expensive.
Uh,
So sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Okay, we're
I
going
know.
to continue
I
buying.
put a
in
song
bulk
on
here.
about olive oil in the car
Yeah.
and I'm crying my eyes out.
Okay, are you ready for your next one?
I'm ready. Born ready.
I've gone in the wrong section. This is hopeless today. Your next one is, funnily enough, some olive oil.
Okay.
Now remember the last one was £999.
999, but I can't get over that. A grand of tuna.
5 litres of Philip Bellio extra virgin olive oil.
5 litres?
Yeah.
Is that less than a grand?
Well, you've got to decide.
Surely it's less than a grand.
It's
Yeah.
$54.99. You're off and running now, Jack. Okay, here we go.
These are crazy questions.
I know.
Like,
Six
what?
1 litre tubs of maple syrup. Is that higher or lower than $54.99?
6 1 litre tubs
Yes.
of maple syrup.
Yes.
More.
It's less.
Oh, fuck's sake.
You're having a shocker.
I hate this.
You hate this?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to go out on a good one.
Maple syrup is less than olive oil, is it? I do believe that olive oil is expensive.
Okay. This last one.
Come on, I gotta get one right.
I've got to get one
I
right.
got one right.
4 Goodyear tyres. Higher or lower?
How much was the maple syrup?
What? I can't remember.
He doesn't
50,
know.
52 something.
All right.
£52.
4 Goodyear tyres for your car.
Yeah, that's got to be more than £52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are 50. They're £70 each, but you get £100 off for getting 4.
What?
It's too. It's too.
That's great.
That's a good deal.
It's a good deal. Get yourself down to Costco. They
Yeah.
do tyres.
Do you want to put in an order now?
Yeah, I'll have a ton of salmon, of tuna if you've got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we were trying to sell
Is
you
it-
the
is it-
tires.
Oh,
That-
just the
we actually-
tyres.
we've
That's
actually
what
got
this
the
all was
tyres.
Oh,
for.
okay.
We're
Yeah,
sponsored
yeah.
by Goodyear tires.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, it's going to be a good year when you got £100 off the wheels. Thank you for joining us.
That's the note that we're going to end on.
Wow. I mean, that didn't go as planned, that feature, did it? Do you want to talk about roller coasters again, quick?
What do you think of Colossus?
Good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
For what for? Being the
The
worst.
first one to have 10 spins.
Spins.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah.
What, in the
Upside
world?
down.
It had like a
Yeah.
corkscrew. Yeah. It was the first one.
My favourite one is
Yeah.
technically
Wow.
not a roller coaster. It's the tidal wave one at Full Park.
That's a good one
'Cause-
too.
There's a point where the water is just hanging in the air
Yeah.
over you, and you're like, oh shit.
And then you're wet in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Let's go on a day out to Full Park. Us three.
I don't really
I love
like
that.
thought. I don't really like
Well, you're
rides.
coming. You know,
Okay.
but
If
we're
we
going to
go
have to have
now,
half
it'd
term
be-
for this stupid new job.
We can go now.
Oh,
It'd be
that's
Friday
right.
night.
Congratulations.
That's
Oh,
right.
Fright Night.
Halloween.
Oh my God, I'm going to Fright Night. Who's
Yeah.
coming?
What's Fright Night?
You know, guys dress up as zombies and they come and
I'm going to
spook
go
you.
dressed as the guy from the Mecca Bingo advert
I'm going to go dressed as that guy from Nevermind the Buzzcocks.
on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Mate, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for coming in early.
Oh, yeah, it is early.
Yeah,
early.
for a comedian, this is early,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah. If you've enjoyed today's podcast, then let's be honest, why wouldn't you have? There's no reason to have not enjoyed that. Please like, rate, and subscribe in all the usual places. It really helps us out. Thank you, and salute.
God bless you. Salute. I'm gonna have another coffee. I
Yeah.
don't know about y'all.
Well, I might have to wait because I've got to drive to Bournemouth later. I don't need to drink too much coffee before my gig.
Gonna go out, gonna meet my friends for pizza.
Did you
tonight.
have to book that 7 months in
Yeah,
advance?
they did.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what you do. You just get other people to book everything for
Well, I
you.
know. That's what I have to
And
do.
then if you don't want to turn up, don't turn up.
Yeah.
Right,
Spontaneous.
we have to let you go because
Okay.
contractually, otherwise we'd have to pay you.
Please.
Bye.
Bye.